check out the brackets.
Yeah, she did. Alright, we're in the game, guys. We're going to go ahead and get this going. This is going to be a lot of fun. We are spawning directly on top of EC.Scarlett, the pink Zerg in the bottom left. Her opponent is going to be none other than ST.Aphrodite, the blue Terran in the bottom right. This is taking out place on Shakura's Plateau, and this is the best of 3 between two players that we really want to see as part of the Iron Lady Legion tournament, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this.
Yeah, and this game is actually one of the game I was looking forward to most, because those two girls are one of the best girls there is in the world right now.
Yep.
From what I know.
Yeah.
Maybe there are a bunch of other girls who we don't know about, but from what I've seen, those are one of the best girls. Well, two of the best girls.
Yeah, and this is the winners bracket final too, so not only do you have really two of the best girls playing, you have them playing in an intense situation. So guys, if you want to go ahead and tell us who you think is going to be winning, go to xanderfever.tv/vote. Let us know who you think is going to be taking the victory, and it looks like we have StarTale Rainbow as one of the viewers, so that is pretty sweet there. But right now it's literally split down the middle of who people think is going to be taking the victory. So go ahead, guys, xanderfever.tv/vote. Make your voice heard.
Yeah, that reminds me of when we were when the Zoe Divina tournament happened. I remember Rainbow watching every single game of Aphrodite, like the practices, everything. And yeah, he gets really nervous. That's
how many rounds or matches are there in this round? Or is it a best of 5 or a best of 3?
I believe it's a best of 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best of 5 is for the finals.
Okay, I wasn't sure because somebody asked in the chat, and I wasn't sure what round we were in.
Okay. All right, so we're okay, so we're gonna get into this now because we got the gas now down for Aphrodite, so it looks like we're going to be seeing most like a good old reactor to Hellion expansion. Aphrodite does enjoy her mech in TVZ, which is really powerful. We saw her take out a couple players 2 Iron Ladies ago. I believe it was, I think Aurora knocked her into the losers bracket though, and then Aphrodite came back if I remember correctly, but that was 2 months ago, so I could be wrong.
Yeah, I remember she also beat Dasakura in one of the Iron Ladies. Dasakura almost did a comeback. She put Aphrodite in the losers bracket, and then Aphrodite won the whole tournament. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was it. Was she beat Aurora, then faced against Sakura. Sakura then beat Aphrodite. I think they actually had a great game on this particular map too, and then Aphrodite came from losers bracket to win the whole thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we got that straight, we've got some marine pressure going on. So Scarlett's going to need to do a little bit of fancy drone and link micro to be able to defend this. Should not be too much of an issue as the marines are getting hit, because they do move slower than both Zerglings, so they're definitely in a little bit of a losing battle.
Really nice micro coming from Aphrodite, not losing a single marine, keeping them all alive. But is she going to be able to do any kind of damage? Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, but still, we do see Lings are being forced, and that's what is needed to be done at this point, because we do see that Aphrodite has actually not managed to kill any drones yet.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like killing drones when you get to kill, when you get to force Zerglings in a way.
True. Oh, and now you've got Hellion coming in as well.
Hello?
Oh, this is actually a really weird build that I've read about. It's just a constant pressure, and you can easily go for this and go for some Banshee play after this and do a lot of damage there, but this leads into faster tech, faster aggression, and more constant aggression than your normal reactor to Hellion expansion, and we can see it working quite well right now against Scarlett, as the Marine and Hellion count is doing a ton of damage.
Yeah, that's actually pretty sweet, and now Scarlett is forced into going roaches, but then the Banshees are gonna come in, and is Scarlett gonna be able to have enough stuff to defend this? She does have 3 queens, but is that enough? Are they gonna be taken out by the Marines and Hellions? If 2 queens are taken out, then the Banshees are looking really good.
Yeah, I think they are made a target priority. We're going to see it moving in. A lot of the Lings are getting in play. They have their speed upgrade. They just took down those Marines nicely, but still the roasting that took place is going to really hurt Scarlett. The Hellions are doing a great job of actually splashing damage and kill off both of those Queens. And the last Queen now has fallen. We still have a bunch of Hellions in there. And now they're going to be able to move in and start attacking the natural expansion of Scarlett. We see how Scarlett's Lings are going to move in. One more shot on this Hellion and it will fall. Scarlett is, however, not able to target it down. And the Lings... Oh, the Ling does get it! Look at that clutch Ling. Gets that nice Hellion kill, but the Banshee's now in play and moving into the main base.
Yeah, and that Banshee is going to be able to take down that Queen. And then there won't be any anti-air ready. But the Spore Crawler is about to finish, so the Banshee is going to have to go home or else it's going to get killed. Here you go.
Oh,
well, that... I mean, be careful or else it's going to get killed. It doesn't have to go home.
Oh, it was so close to still being in range of that Spore Crawler,
yeah.
But just barely gets out. And now we can see Command Center back there for Aphrodite. The run by from Scarlett is not going to accomplish anything, unfortunately, except spark a forest fire.
Yeah, and well, that turned out pretty good for Aphrodite, but then again, the supplies are even. She didn't get to kill that many workers.
There's still 41 drones that are on the field. That's crazy. So a distinct lead is there for Scarlett, 41 to 28. That's a lot more than Aphrodite would be comfortable with Scarlett having.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much damage she was expecting to do. Probably more than she did, but it didn't fail horribly either. It wasn't like dramatic. But now she's moving forward with Hellions and a bunch of SCVs. She seems like she wants to commit to some kind of heavy aggression, and that's a lot of lost mining times, especially considering that she doesn't have that many SCVs to start with.
Oh, but look at the Banshee count. 3 Banshees. This is such a heavy amount of DPS. We do have 3 Queens, but one-on-one, a Banshee beats a Queen. There's too much for transfuses that are available for these Queens. That's really the difference maker in these battles. We'll have a couple of transfuses in a few seconds, but those are going to be pivotal in trying to defend this. But it looks like Aphrodite sees too much power from Scarlett and will be retreating.
I think the problem was the very well-positioned Spore Crawler, actually, at the top of the ramp. That pretty much stopped the Banshees from being able to kill the Queens.
Yeah, and the big thing is that look at the threat that's being shown to Scarlett. Scarlett is not able to get her third base out yet. She's just going to be trying to grab it now, as Marine's going to scout it immediately if it does move forward, and there it is. That third base has now been seen. Aphrodite could just move out now and try and pressure that third with the Banshees. That's exactly what she's going to be doing.
Yeah, very good reaction by Aphrodite. I'm hoping that she's going to be able to accomplish some kind of damage, but then again, she's not that far behind. But if the third gets up, then it might be problematic for her.
Yep, and now we can see Infestors coming down because the Patching Glands is about to complete. Scarlett does have a nice count of Lings and Roaches, but Aphrodite has got a scary forest brewing. We can see over here that Siege Mode is on the way. The Hellions don't have Blue Flame, but they're still in scary numbers. And look at another expansion from Scarlett.
Yeah, Scarlett is really abusing the fact that the Terran is kind of stuck with her immobile force, pretty much. Well, Aphrodite is gonna try to to harass Scarlett a little, but is she gonna be able to do any kind of like permanent damage? I'm not sure. She might actually take down the Queen. Oh, really nice transfuse by Scarlett, and again, but then again, really good micro back by Aphrodite, saving her.
Oh my God! For a second, I thought 2 Banshees were gonna fall, but they didn't.
Yeah, really nice micro coming from both of the girls. Is she gonna be able to take down... Oh, there's a fungal coming up. Oh, really nice fungal. She's gonna be... is she gonna be able to save it? I think so. Yeah, nice transfuse on the hatch there.
Yeah, but
now... well, at least Aphrodite scouted the very greedy fort by Scarlett. But I think she actually can afford to do it and hold it at this point, because Aphrodite is not that mobile.
Yeah, that is true. Scarlet is working on the roach production and everything, but there's no upgrades for them. We see the upgrades that have been chosen are the carapace upgrades and the melee upgrades. Aspire is now on the way at the same time as Alair. We're going to have fast Broodlords coming in, and that is a great thing to have against a mech Terran before Terran has time to really prepare for the Broodlords. And the Infestors are already out funneling some nice bound of those Hellions. Still Hellions are alive though. 10 Hellions is a fair amount of splash damage.
Yeah, it is. And here you go. I like the choice to pick up the barrack. That way she's going to be able to see what's up. She's going to be able to extend the vision of her siege tanks once they are in siege mode. And, well, it's a little bit distracting too. Floating random barracks.
It's actually serving to stop that queen. But moving along the map right now, we do see that there's a lot of units out from Aphrodite. Scarlet is trying to stream forward, doing a good job of target firing with the roaches, but there's the tank support in the back is doing so much damage. The Thor is just tanking a lot, plus it's getting repaired. And Scarlet right now is looking to be really getting pressured quite effectively. You can see in the back of the main base, the Greater Spire has begun, but not done yet. Roaches are trying to come out, but Scarlet not having attack upgrades. The roaches are going to hurt them a lot, but it looks like this hatchet that was so damaged before is pretty falling at the moment.
Yeah, this guy is pretty sure that this is going down, but is she going to be able to accomplish any other kind of damage? I'm not sure. She's probably going to have to head back home, or else she might risk overextending herself.
Yeah, give Scarlet time to macro up, and Scarlet will get a very scary powerful force. But we do see there's a lot of roaches coming in from the bottom to move in, start doing the damage. They're going to target firing a lot of the tanks. That's a nice way. They're much easier to kill than that Thor. So we can see how Scarlet's doing damage. The splash damage is going to start hurting the tanks as well. She's able to finish this one off. Not quite. The repairing SUVs do a lot to help that. But Scarlet just did a nice maneuver that gives her a lead in the food count. But we're about to see a lot of damage being done to this top left base now that Scarlet has kind of have repulsed it, but lost a lot of her army. She's vulnerable yet again.
Yeah, it is true. Aphrodite might be able to take down. She has really good positioning right now. She has the high ground advantage, but so many roaches popping up, getting a really good surround of what was left of Aphrodite's force. So yeah, that decision I wasn't sure of, but then again I understand that she's in a tough spot right now. She needs to do damage.
Oh, the Banshee somehow manages to win that battle with... look at that. Oh, and there's... Oh, it's Infestatoran right now, Infestatoran. Now you got the energy for it. And there it is. Oh.
Run, Banshee, run. No, it won't run.
No.
Bye. Goodbye, Banshee.
Oh, the Infestatoran. Now we have the barracks here, and we see that some Hellions did just get targeted down, so they're not able to take that down. But look at it. Finally, Aphrodite's going to be getting her third base. And this is the thing, Aphrodite likes to stay on those two bases. We saw this a lot before. She kind of got hurt when she didn't expand because she expected her to be able to take the win shortly thereafter. But now we're finally seeing the third base going down. Probably a PF will be morphed there shortly.
Yeah, well now she's re-scouting with that one Hellion. She's gonna see what's going up with Scarlet, how she's re-expanding. I don't know why a random siege tank is chilling in the middle of the creep. Well, it's gonna scout the Broodlord though. Well, that's one thing that siege tank accomplished. And now Aphrodite, seeing that Broodlords decide to back off, very clever choice, because the Broodlord is moving forward. Well, will be moving forward when there's more than one.
Yeah, a lot of Broodlord roaches actually on the field. The roaches can move in and start being annoying, but the thing is, they have no upgrades yet. We see the carapace is being upgraded and the melee attacks are being upgraded. The roaches are not going to be as effective as they could be because they don't have any real upgrades besides carapace ones. And Aphrodite right now is sitting with mech upgrades just increasing in count. The PF is now done. And we just have this barracks getting assailed by a few corruptors.
Yeah, well right now it doesn't look too good for Aphrodite, but I have seen her come back with her mech play against Zerg more than once. So, don't count her out yet, guys.
Yep, the big thing about mech is that you can just turtle. You don't have to attack to win with mech. You just get that impenetrable army in the great positioning. There's almost nothing that players are able to do sometimes. But now, Scarlet's going to move around and be aggressive. Look at the roach. She's going to be able to move in a whole position and assail that part of the mineral line quite easily. There we see them taking the shots on top of the SUVs and, I guess, scouting Corruptor?
Well, I guess for now. Right now the drone count is pretty sweet. 75 drones for Scarlett, which is pretty much the sweet spot. You can do more, but then again, it kind of limits you with your Zerg force, because you can't have too much supply. There's a way to deviate from that, but yeah, basically,
Yep.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, and Scarlett is now officially maxed. We see the 5th base for her is done as well, so she's macros are going to be quite solid. Aphrodite is getting a scary Thor count, and also be working on getting out this bottom middle base as her 4th base. That would be a huge boost to her economy if you can actually get that up and running. But right now, the siege tank line is starting to get very scary and very hard to break, but the Broodlords are going to do their best to do that. But Thors and Vikings are on the field, and if Aphrodite can get a nice engagement, some good splash damage, this could be bad for Scarlett.
Yeah, indeed, it could be really bad. She also has quite a bit of Vikings, so if she can target fire effectively. And here you go, massive siege incoming. Is she gonna be able to hold? It doesn't seem like it, but don't know. Yeah, I guess.
PF is gonna fall in a moment because all the SCVs get funkled to death. There we go. That is fallen. Scarlett just took a nice commanding lead by taking down that base. That is one of the only things that really Aphrodite can mine, and the Broodlords are still alive. 4 of them are hitting around, and look at this natural expansion. Doesn't even have all of its mineral patches still left. Fungals and Broods are going down. We're gonna fall, but I don't think it's gonna be too much of a big deal. Scarlett's gonna actually build a lot more behind it. 14 Corruptors, 26 Lings, and this base, this 5th base of Scarlett is just getting so much gas. You can see that her incoming gas is over 1,000. That is massive.
Yeah, and now she's reproducing a ton of Zerglings, and there just isn't enough for Aphrodite. Once the Zerglings get there, I mean, there's like 5 siege tanks left. That's definitely not enough. Even if there's siege, I mean, there's everything. GG.
And there's GG. Game 1 goes to Scarlett. Very nice, solid win from her 24-minute game. That is going to be giving her a 1-0 lead in a best of 3. So let's give it up for Scarlett and see what's going to happen in the next game.
Before you guys go into the next game, just some things from the chat. They'd like to see a little more than just production tab. So